Coming up here on NFL Daily is Russell Wilson headed to the Indianapolis Colts, and what exactly does that mean for Carson Wentz? Is he going to get traded? Is Aaron Rodgers about to get a $50 million deal? If any of that happens, we'll be breaking it down here on Chat Sports, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for the best NFL coverage on YouTube, and make sure you go ahead and turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. It's Friday, y'all, and today's news and rumors are presented by the Fetch Rewards app. I love the free Fetch Rewards app. Why? You can go ahead and take these receipts and turn them into gift cards. If you're like, oh my goodness, that sounds amazing, I want you to go to chatsports.com/fetch. Use promo code CHAT. It's going to get you 3,000 bonus points. Let's first start this show off with some juicy rumors around Russell Wilson, because there is a report circulating around right now that Colts owner Jim Irsay is a big-time fan of Russell Wilson and would love to go out and trade for him. Now, the Colts seem ready already to move on from Carson Wentz, and if the Colts were to go out and make this move for Wilson, they would owe him $51 million over the next 2 years. Now, I personally believe that Wilson would be like, all right, I want a lot more money than just $25 million per year, and then would probably ask for something in the Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, maybe even the Patrick Mahomes terms of money per season realm. We know that Jim Irsay is a very aggressive owner, and if he believes that he can go ahead and make an upgrade, why not go out and do it? A lot of people are going to sit here and say, well, Wilson's coming off one of his worst seasons. From a statistical standpoint, from a win-loss standpoint for the Seahawks, yeah, you know what, you're not wrong. However, Russell Wilson was also injured with a finger, and he had over 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. But I've always been a big fan of, dang, Russ. Why? Because when that guy goes out on the field, he has the ability to carry the team. And realistically, when you look at all the bad trades, all the bad draft picks that Seattle has made, people don't talk about it. Why? Because Russell Wilson has been that dude for a long time. Over 30 touchdowns in 4 straight years from 2020 to 2017. They've been a very successful franchise, and he wants to play for a very long time. So here's your opportunity, y'all. Sound off in the comment section. Would the Colts be a good landing spot for Russell Wilson? I want you to go ahead and type that Y for yes, or you can type Y for no. Personally, dude, I think this would be a great spot for Russell Wilson. One of the things that Russ talked about last offseason is the longevity. He wants to play into his mid-40s, threw out the names like Brady. What's a good way to do that? Get him a good offensive line. The last time that I checked, the Indianapolis Colts have one of the best, if not the best O-line in the National Football League, so that would be a major upgrade for Russ. The Colts have a pretty good defense. I get it. They just lost Matt Eberflus, but if you haven't seen what Gus Bradley was able to do for that Raiders defense last year, I have a lot of confidence in Gus being able to come in year one and also having a good defense. Also, what's a good friend for your quarterback? Solid running game. Have you heard of this guy named Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, he's a pretty damn good back. Probably the top back in football, minus somebody who's also in that division with Derrick Henry. And I get it. The Colts, they are going to be a run team. But when you have Russ, that also is going to help out Jonathan Taylor. The last point is this. The AFC South is trash. Like, you see that garbage can in the corner of the room? Go look inside of it. You might see the Houston Texans, and if you poke around even longer, you might find the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a 2-team race between the Tennessee Titans, between the Indianapolis Colts. So here would be my next question. Would the Colts win the AFC South with Russell Wilson? If you're like, yes, they would, go ahead and type W for win, or you can go ahead and type L for no, the Titans still own it. The Indianapolis Colts with Russell Wilson win this division. It was even a close race at times this season. Luckily for Tennessee's sake, Carson Wentz, maybe he should, in case he gets traded, become a porn star, because that guy chokes better than almost anyone I've ever seen. He just can't get it done. Those final 2 games against the Raiders, against the Jags, it was an ultimate choke job. Producer Jack over here is sitting like this, but that's what it was. Russell Wilson on the Colts win that division, and if you believe that you can go somewhere and win a division because the NFC West is not getting any easier anytime soon, why the hell wouldn't you do it? Here's something that I wonder why people haven't done yet either. Go ahead and download the Fetch Rewards app. I'm going to do my best Vanna White impression. There you go, Carson. There's a job you could do. All you got to do to go ahead and get started with the Fetch Rewards app is go to chatsports.com/fetch. Use promo code chat. It's going to get you 3,000 bonus points. Now, the video that you see over here to the right of me, I'm showing you how easy it is to just snap a picture of your receipt. It then loads up into Fetch, and then you get some points. Earn points on any receipt from any store, from any restaurant, and then redeem those points for gift cards or other rewards. Maybe you go to Amazon a lot. Maybe you go to Walmart a lot. Target. I'm going out for brunch this weekend with my girlfriend to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. You know what I'm going to do after I get that receipt? I'm going to take a picture of it, and then I'm going to go to Fetch, and who knows? Maybe then I'll also go out and get some coffee afterwards. It's chatsports.com/fetch. Again, y'all, that link is available in the comments and in the description. Well, if Russell Wilson wants to go to the Colts, you're going to hear Carson Wentz go, and that's not because his new job's a porn star. It's because of all these reports out there, one coming in from Ian Rappaport. Apparently, the Colts are looking for a quarterback. If you thought that first rumor was a joke because maybe you're like, Jordan Schultz, he's not that credible. What do you think about Ian Rappaport? That guy's got some sources, and he flat out said today that Chris Ballard is always looking to improve, and the Colts are actively looking for a quarterback. I get it. The Carson Wentz trade didn't work out, and there was a time this season where I'm like, oh man, the Colts, they're rocking and rolling. Carson, they're going to go to the playoffs, and then it all crumbled. Why? Because Carson can't win the big games. He had 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, only 3,563 yards. And if you can't make the playoffs in that division with that defense they had last year, with that running game, with that offensive line, dude, I'm sorry. It's time to move on. Here's where it gets interesting. The Colts don't have a 2022 first-round pick. And if I'm the Seattle Seahawks, I want it first, I want a few first-round picks for Russell Wilson. So what Indy has to try to do is you got to try to flip Wentz, and you got to try to get something for him. But maybe you still believe they should give him another chance. Well, how about this? Do you think that the Colts should go out and trade Carson Wentz? I want you to go ahead and type that T for trade. Or if you're like, nah, let's pass. Let's pass on the trade. Let's keep him again. Then you go ahead and type P for pass. My mindset is very similar to the Jim Irsay. If you can upgrade, you do it. I get the fact that sometimes fans fall in love with players, but I don't really think there's many fans that fell in love with Carson Wentz after 1 year, especially the way that the season ended. So yes, you move on from Carson and you try to get a first-round pick. Maybe you just send Carson back over to the Seattle Seahawks, which I'm going to bring up here during my Wentz trade destinations. If the Colts say, where you want Russell Wilson, then damn it, you go out and you get him. But then, who could use a quarterback like Carson? The Pittsburgh Steelers? Wentz with that team? Okay, they might be a playoff caliber. The Denver Broncos, they seem to be interested in every single quarterback out there. The Washington Commanders would be a very sneaky team to keep in mind. The New Orleans Saints, they don't have a lot of money, but they do have some draft picks. Go ahead, throw some picks to Indy. And then the last team is Seattle Seahawks. What if we figured out a trade where the Seahawks swap Russell Wilson with some Colts, some picks, throw them in there, mix it all up, and then bingo, bango, you got a blockbuster trade. When I think of the word blockbuster, I think of mega. And that's where I'm going next here with this story. And it's around Aaron Rodgers. And could he be getting a mega, like I'm talking megalodon type of deal where you don't even know if it exists, because there's a report out there that Rodgers wants $50 million a year. And I get it. He just won back-to-back MVPs. It's very impressive. The Packers, they want to keep Rodgers. They're trying to do everything in their power already to show Aaron, we want you to come back to Green Bay. Here's what Rich Eisen had to say on Aaron Rodgers. From the conversations I've had with a lot of people in the league, he wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL by a wide margin. So we're talking about $50 million a year. We know the cap situation the Green Bay Packers are in. We know Devontae Adams needs to get paid. So there's a lot on the table. But, you can't talk about Aaron Rodgers without having a little bit of drama, right? I mean, it's just a simple fact. Pat McAfee said that Rodgers said that this claim about $50 million, about him wanting to be the highest paid player, is categorically false. No disrespect to Rodgers, I don't believe him. I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. I don't believe anything that comes out of the mouth of his girlfriend, even though she apparently only drinks water from a spring, doesn't brush her teeth, but that's a whole nother story. All I know is this: Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal quarterback. 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions last season, the NFL MVP. So let me know, if Aaron Rodgers, with his slick back hair and his whole ego mojo thing he's got going on, if he walks in there to Brian Gutekunst and says, I want $50 million, would you do it? Type 1 for yes, or you can go ahead and type 0 for no. My answer is yes, if it's the only way that you can keep him. I mean, I would imagine Aaron Rodgers at this time, he's a millionaire, he's got plenty of money, he should still want to win. But I also know that Aaron Rodgers cares about one person and one person only, and that's Aaron Rodgers. And if the only way that you can keep the only 4-time NFL MVP is to give him $50 million, Green Bay, you kind of put yourself in that situation. Now, that might mean you don't have Devontae Adams, you don't have this or that, and then so be it. But if I was Rodgers, I'd say, no, I don't want to take that much money. I want to win a Super Bowl to build that legacy, because you have already every single accolade a player could want in the regular season. Now it's time to win some Super Bowls. Rodgers, I get it, 1-0 in Super Bowls. But think about a 4-time NFL MVP. Think about somebody who's been in the NFL as long as Rodgers has had, and you've been in one Super Bowl, and that Super Bowl championship came in 2010. Technically, 2011 is when they won it. But, dude, that was 11, 12 years ago, Rodgers. I mean, I know a lot of people, they want to put him up in this GOAT category. He's not even sniffing. I would say he's not even in my top 5 because of his, I guess, inability to win in the playoffs. And it's not because he hasn't had good teams around him. That's not the case. This past season, the Green Bay Packers lost because they couldn't put points up against the 49ers. It was a windy game. It was a snowy game. But a quarterback's legacy is going to be judged in the playoffs. Ask every single Patriots, every single Tom Brady fan. Now, I get it, y'all. It's Friday. You're like, Mitch, dude, you're way, way too fiery. Go enjoy your weekend. Well, guess what? It's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm also really excited for some Chat Sports Trivia set up by Matthew Peterson. We're going to have some fun here around the office, have a few drinks, have some canes, which I am super excited about. So what I want you guys to do, enjoy your Friday, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you enjoyed today's video, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because if any 3 of those stories I talked about happen, dude, we're going to be making a video. Hell, we might even go live.